Hey! hello YouTubers. It's my first time live on YouTube, but first time might be the best time because I have some good information to relay to my audience. Every day I am a licensed real estate broker in the state of Michigan. You can see here my sign behind me. I am everybody's favorite agent. Erica is my agent. Follow the hashtag Erica is my agent on all social media platforms. You'll be able to find me by checking that hashtag. All right, so today, as a real estate broker and agent for home buyers, I know that the market has shifted. For years I was mainly working with investors, but now everybody wants to come in and buy a house, especially while the interest rates are a little bit under 5% in most cases. You'll be able to get a fairly nice home here in the state of Michigan. All right, so home buyers always come to me asking me questions. The first question they ask is, all right, I'm ready to buy a house. How can I do it? How can I buy a home? All right, and I know it's a part of the American dream. That's why I do it. That's why I love selling. I love helping people get into the homes of their dreams. And, if not just a home for yourself, maybe for future investment, I'm available anytime to answer any questions that you may have. Okay, so the first question is always, how can I do it? And I always ask these simple questions. All right, so let's talk about your financials. All right, your financials. Do you have your financials in order? Okay, and so when I say financials in order, I just mean, did you take the necessary steps you needed to see if you would be able to qualify for a home if you're not paying for it with cash? So, most people think that they will call a real estate agent and that's the first place that they need to go. No. But it's always good to call a real estate agent because guess what? We are here to help our home buyers through every step of the way. Usually we can give you information on who you can call. We can refer out to a couple lending institutions that we suggest, or maybe we have a relationship with. We don't get paid referral fees for sending this information out to those lenders. But the buyers do trust that we're going to send them to someone who is going to be able to help them with their current financial situation. All right, and so usually what I do is I ask that question. The first question I ask is, do you know where you are credit-wise? Credit is very important. Credit is the most important thing, almost most important thing when it comes to buying a home. All right, so most people will need to know where you are credit-wise. Here, some banks will say that they were able to qualify people with a minimum credit score of 580. Now, when they say 580, that means it is a firm 580. You cannot have a 580 and have a whole bunch of delinquent collections. You can't have a 580 credit score with being on a job for 2 months and that's what you're using. You have to have a strong case in order for them to allow you to be able to purchase a home with the 580 credit score. Okay, the second thing, well, aside from a 580 credit score, most lenders do require that you have a minimum of a 640 credit score. And that way they will be able to qualify you for several programs that may be available in your area, or they won't take you through the process and then you figure out that you're really not qualified. Okay, and so it is always best to work with a reputable lender who will not only just pull your credit. They should not just pull your credit and tell you you're denied. A good lender is going to tell you what you need to do, what you need to work on. If you are not at the place where you are qualified and able to and ready to buy at that time when you speak with him on the first consultation, they will tell you, look, why don't you go and take care of this thing that's on your credit, take care of this collection, pay off this bill, open this account so you'll have another line of credit that will be available for you. They will give you the necessary steps that in order for you to be able to qualify in the future, because trust me, we don't want to lose you. Just because you are denied does not mean you'll never be able to buy a home in the future. A denial is just a delay. All right? A delay is not an official denial. You can't come back if you get to where you need to be credit-wise. All right, so if you are already good credit-wise, they will just tell you what you need in order to be able to pay for your down payment. You need to be able to save some money. Save a little bit of money and have a little bit of money tucked away in order to pay those closing costs. They will ask you, where are you getting the money from? If you're getting it from yourself or pulling it from a retirement fund, or sometimes they even allow you to get money, gift money from family members or friends, somebody who is able to gift you some money for your down payment assistance. And then they will also ask you to ask for seller concessions if you don't have that money already set aside. But hopefully you've been saving something. Hopefully you've been using some of my tools in regards to only that 70% rule, where you're only spending 70% of your income and putting the other 20% away for savings, which you can utilize some of that for your down payments for a home, for a car, or something like that. 10% of that should be tucked away somewhere, and the other money is going into your retirement account. You can use that, but I'm not sure how many penalties will lie in between there. So again, first step would be speaking with a lender in order to see where you are credit-wise. Second is to make sure that you do have some money set aside in order to purchase. But there's some really good programs available here in Michigan right now. We have a few that are willing to give you up to $15,000. $15,000. $15,000 to purchase homes in certain areas utilizing the Step Forward program in the state of Michigan. And there are still always some other programs that are uniquely available for wherever it is that you may live, okay? And so with that, that can help with some of your down payment assistance for people who have not been able to save. Sometimes there are home buying programs that will allot you up to $7,500 to assist you if that other $15,000 is not available. So again, if you're working with a reputable agent such as myself or any of my other Michigan friendly licensees, we'll be able to lead you, guide you, direct you to the best place to get you started. All right, and last but not least, it is time to go shopping. My favorite part. Let's go shopping. Lord knows I love to shop. And I also love to shop for homes. I've been in the business a little bit over 11 years now. Well, about 11 years now. And I have found a way to kind of help my buyers navigate what it is that they really want. So when people call me, they say, Erica, how long do you think it's going to take me to buy a house once I start working with you? I said, whew. That question is one that I wish I had a real answer for. I have worked with some people for only 1 week and found them a house. I have worked with other people for 2 years. 2 years trying to find them a home. So somewhere in between 1 week and 2 years, we will find the home that works best for you. You just need to remember what it is that you are looking for in a property, okay? So aside from contacting me, just have your list of wants, needs, and requirements. Now, don't make that list so good that there's no flexibility there, because I don't want you to find a home that you absolutely love and then decide one of these things is not there and go away, okay? Especially if it's your first time and you have a minimal amount of money to pay, because some buyers have caviar dreams with Long John Silver's money. But I help you either way. Your budget can be as small as $10,000 and as large as $10 million. I'll be able to sell you a house either way. All right, and so let's just go back over the list of to-dos for people looking to buy a home. First thing you do if you don't contact your lender first is ask your agent. Tell your agent where you are credit-wise, okay? You need to be in between a 580 minimum credit score for some lenders, not all. 640 is required for some of the larger banks. And secondly, you need to have some money set aside in savings to make sure that you're able to pay for your down payment assistance and not down payment assistance, closing costs. Okay. And lastly, just make your list of negotiables. So we're not just going to say requirements or things that you just can't live without, because when you're buying a house, you'll realize that some things you need and some things you really don't need. But how long does it take to in the home buying process? It can take anywhere from 1 week to 2 years. I don't want to work with you for 2 years, but I will. Okay, so it all depends on what it is that you're looking for, the availability of homes on the market, and again, where you are in your financial situation, you know. And don't rush. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. I tell all of my clients this is it takes time to buy a house. On the first try, if you go out and fall in love with the house, I'm happy, and I hope you'll be happy too. But I always want you to just take your time, at least look at a minimum of 5 to 10 properties, just because you want to make sure that this is something you're going to live in for at least 5 years. Buying a home is always going to be your largest investment, okay? Your largest investment. And you want to make sure that you're buying a home that you're going to be comfortable living in for at least the next 5 to 10 years. Now, my first home I lived in for almost 8 years. This next home I plan to live in for probably shorter than that, because I kind of want another house that has more of a backyard for my son. But nonetheless, I love both of my properties, and I want you to love yours too. Okay, and so if you have any questions on what it takes to get where you need to be credit wise, there are a bunch of credit people that I am in contact with that will be more than happy to help you. Or if you want to speak with the lender to see if you qualify, give me a call or send me an email, or even leave a comment here. My email address is ericaismyagent@gmail.com. Again, that's ericaismyagent@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or just have a special question, send that to me and I'll be more than happy to answer it for you. But the first thing you need to do is get your budget together. Again, we're only limiting off how much of our income? 70%! We're putting away how much of our income? At least 20%. The other 10% can go towards donations, community services, paying your tithes, things of that nature. But let's at least try to save 20% so you can be ready when you are really ready to buy a house for yourself and your family. And again, I'm your favorite agent. Give me a call and I'll be more than happy to help you. Now let's keep moving forward in all that we do. Have a great day.